Hi and welcome back to Futr Asian, where we feature local Asian entrepreneurs and creatives from Vancouver, BC. This is episode lucky number 7, and here we are New West, visiting a brother and sister business. And it's dangerous, I swear to God, because I'm a cookie monster and I love cookies and they sell cookies. So let's go inside and hear their story and smell the delicious cookies. Oh my God, yum.
Hi, my name is Jessica, and I'm the co-owner of Bak'd Cookies.
My name is Andy, and I'm the other co-owner of Baked.
When did you open Bak'd Cookies?
We kind of started our business during the pandemic. It was kind of a snowball from a pandemic project into a business, slowly chipping away. So I'd say April 2020. But this store here, we just celebrated 1 year last weekend. So it's our birthday's around June. We're 1 year old.
We started selling to friends and family at first, and then once kind of friends and friends, and then eventually strangers started reaching out. That's, I think, when we kind of felt like we were onto something. And so I think after our first stranger messaged Jess for some cookies, we're like, yeah, we sat down, we're like, hey, are we onto something? Should we make this a thing and maybe not have strangers message your own account? Maybe let's make a separate account and let's see how far we can take this. And then I think from that day forward, we just tried to put our all into our business, and it snowballed into where we are today.
I was going to say, and it really worked out for me because Andy was doing all the baking and I was doing all the quality assurance and taste testing. So I really enjoyed my time doing that. And I encouraged it, of course.
I like the professional spin you put on that. Yeah, the taste testing.
Marketing it, how you want to say what you do. Yeah.
Oh, and I think I remember seeing that you were talking about how you tried a cookie on one of your travels and told him about it too, right?
Yeah, so that's kind of what the OG is. It's actually our take on the famous Levain Bakery, their chocolate chip walnut. And I went to New York in university with my partner, and I've always loved treats and I've always loved cookies. So we went to that bakery and we got the cookie, and I was like, this is incredible. This would solve my sadness for an entire night for sure. And that's what kind of inspired Andy to do it, is that I was really sad because I was graduating university at that time. I did have a job lined up, but because of the pandemic, they actually rejected. They didn't reject it. They said they put a pin on it and they don't really know what's happening. And I ended up crying lots. And then my brother started baking me my favorite treats. So, yeah.
That's so sweet. You're such a good brother.
He's okay. He's okay. That was just one of the nice moments of him.
Keep him humble.
Yeah.
And cut that part out.
Oh yeah, as a business owner in the food industry, are there any challenges? I'm pretty sure there are challenges, when it comes to coming up with new products, flavors, or just running the business in general?
Yeah, I think one big kind of issue that oftentimes you don't think a lot about is because you're so wrapped up in the creative process and trying to carry out what you're envisioning. You don't think about the cost of certain ingredients, even if it's readily available. So for example, just this past year, there's been a big chocolate shortage, and so that had a big impact on our supply. And so we had to kind of keep that in mind when we're recipe developing new flavors is, do we want to have chocolate as such a forefront in the flavor profile? And if we do, then it comes with a cost as well. So there's other things more on the business side that you wouldn't really think of when you're just trying to create something cool, new, and great tasting. So at least that's for me. I don't know, Jess, do you have something else?
Yeah, I actually have trauma from one of them. I'd call it the sugar shortage of the whole day.
There was a sugar shortage?
Huge sugar.
I didn't even know there was a chocolate shortage. I've heard of matcha shortage because it's trending, but sugar shortage too?
Yes, it happened in 2023, I believe.
Yeah.
I was in Asia. This is the first time in 3 years that I took a vacation off of the business. I was in Asia, and then I get a frantic text from my brother being like, I heard that there's going to be a sugar shortage. I'm going to buy as much sugar as I can and to anticipate this and make sure we're okay. I'm like, I think you're overreacting. This is the first time we've ever experienced a shortage. So I was like, I think you're overreacting. We're fine. He's like, no, trust. And that's all he said to me. And I came home. Keep in mind, we live in a tiny 850 square foot apartment, Andy, me, and my partner.
Yeah.
And I came home and I could not see one of our entire walls of our apartment because he had got enough sugar to cover the entire wall. We were like, how many bakes do you think you had?
I think at one point in our apartment, we had about 300,000 kilos of sugar.
Yes. It looked a little crazy, but it was, thank God he did, because like it was actually bad. Like people were fighting for sugar. They put like a limit on it after, but we were fine because Andy got 300,000 kilos.
Yeah, like the prices doubled almost, and then that's even if you could even find sugar. Like everywhere there was no sugar to be found. So I think we were very, very lucky that I managed to catch that so early.
Right at the holiday season too. So we never were stressed about ingredients at that time. Lots of our friends were, and we were able to give them some sugar and help them out with that. Like our friend Top Hat Kombucha, Heather, she got a few bags from us at that time because everyone was freaking out. Holiday seasons where you make most of the money in the year, and nobody could get the ingredients they needed. So
yeah, and it's a good thing I didn't listen to Jess either, because I think on that same day I texted her. I ran to the store with like our van. I was trying to fill up as much as I can, and I bought the last little bit of that Costco had, so I cleared it out.
Because other people knew. You said people were coming in with pallets. Like everyone was freaking out.
Yeah, I saw one guy walk out with a pallet. I was like, oh my God, I gotta go faster. And like once we filled up like our living room wall, I moved it to Jess's room. So her room was also covered in sugar. Sorry about that. But we managed to get through the business.
Yeah.
Wow. So you became sugar dealers pretty much.
Basically, I was like, oh, you need some sugar? I got some. Yeah, come over to my place. I got a whole wall.
Oh, that's crazy. That actually sounds like the pandemic when everyone was freaking out over toilet paper too.
Yeah. It was like that for us with sugar.
Yeah. No, that's really good that you caught that. You knew. Yeah. Sweet. Do you have any new projects or products that you're coming up with or working on right now?
Oh yeah, we have a lot of fun ones. We're entering in, so Vancouver has this thing called Hot Chocolate Festival that runs, you're familiar with it, that runs in mid-January to mid-February. And this is their very first year of doing Cool Fest, which is something happening this summer. I think the dates are mid-July to mid-August.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And we're actually going to be launching 2 really fun drinks. It's our take on like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's essentially a matcha with banana pudding on top. So it's like our take on the banana trend that's been happening with matcha. And then we tried it on top of an iced latte, and it's incredible. And the banana pudding we're making, it has lotus biscoff cookies, like the speculoos cookies in there. So it's got all these layers and different fun things, and we're gonna put it on top of the drink, and you can mix it in and eat it. A little bit like an affogato, but it's incredible. Like I'm addicted. I think about it all the time. I love doing quality assurance on that one, but that will be launching mid-July to mid-August.
Yeah, and we're gonna be pairing that one with like a lotus biscoff cookie that we're bringing back. And that one has always been super popular. So I'm excited to have that one back, and also taste test and make sure there's no poison in it or anything.
We're our number one fans, apparently.
You have to make sure
the people.
Exactly. Yeah, making sure it's like safe for all of us to eat. Yes. Very, very important. As like Asian entrepreneurs, how important is it for you to represent your heritage and like build community?
I think it's incredibly important. I think one thing about us is like we are Vietnamese, and while this business may not look like a typical Vietnamese kind of business, we run it very much so like a Vietnamese business. All our team, I know when companies say we're just like family, it's like super cheesy, and I'm like, ew. But I really genuinely feel that way with our team. Like I feel like we work together really well, and we really care for each member of our team, and we support each other wherever we can in various different ways. And even my mom, she's like a staple. She's like a true Vietnamese mom, because she noticed when we first started out, we couldn't afford staff, and she would see the grind that we do staying up all night. And so she slowly snuck her way in and started being like, oh, what are you doing? Let me help you. And she then has now become a staple part of our business. And she's become like our team's mom. Like she'll cook big pots of pho and start divvying it out to everyone on the team. And they're standing there with their bowls, like on their breaks, like, yes, fresh Vietnamese homemade pho. And they're so excited about that. And we do like family meals, even though we're not a restaurant and we don't have the capacity to do that. We do it back here. And like everyone knows, it's like, you know, my mom is everyone's mom. Like someone gets like burnt a little bit, she's running, she's cutting the aloe vera, she's putting it on them, she's putting Band-Aids. She's like, you need to take care of yourself, polysporin tonight. Like she gives them the whole regimen. And it's kind of like how, and we take what our mom does and we apply it to the team, and we just take care of one another. So like at the end of the day, I feel like we are truly a Vietnamese business in that sense, that we are acts of service for each other and very much like family.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
No, I think like Jess captured it pretty well. You know, like I think our team is just like a big part of what makes baked. And I think one big thing that we like always try is carry our team with us on our like ups and our wins, and when we're feeling our downs too, our team loves to be a part of that and support us. So it's not only are we there for them, but they're also here for us, and I think that goes a really long way, especially in business.
Yeah, and more on the fun side of things with like the cookies and stuff, we haven't been able to launch a lot of like more Asian-inspired cookies because our demographic at the farmers market wasn't the right fit for that. But now that we have our own place and more people are fighting about us, we are able to do a lot more Asian-inspired flavors. So we did the ube hot chocolate. That was super popular. And then Andy's been working up a very fun one. It's a gochujang caramel cookie, and it's incredible. He's trying to add seaweed into it, which I haven't tried yet, but I feel like that's a little crazy. But we're doing a lot more Asian-inspired cookies. We're gonna have a cafe soda one, which is a Vietnamese coffee one soon. I think you've had a few samples of that and done some recipe development with us on that. But yeah, so like we're gonna be doing a lot more Asian-inspired flavors that you'll see with our drinks and cookies that will be coming out in the next few years.
That's amazing. I even loved the story that you told about your mom and her involvement in it, because I do notice with like Vietnamese families and businesses, integrating the whole family dynamic into the business is always a thing. I noticed that with like ballet or just like even pho restaurants, and I love it. It's so great.
The whole family there too, and like our mom is so involved. Like if you ever come by in the windows, you'll see her. She's a very small 5'2" Asian woman, but she's like hustling and carrying trays of cookies, and she's like on it. Like our team says, if we had like 10 of hers, we wouldn't need like 30 of them.
No, for sure. Is there any advice that you would give like your younger self, knowing that you would want to get into like a business?
Yeah, I always tell this story because it's the truest story to my core, is if you had asked me what my dream career was all growing up, I made up this word. I made it up, so it's like foodpreneur. I don't even know. So it's foodpreneur is what I made up. The real term is restaurantpreneur, and that's kind of what I've always wanted to do. I was telling my partner, when we were in university, I'm like, I have this idea like churros, and then I would have an idea for milkshakes, and I've always had like a passion of working in the food industry, but I never believed that I could own my own, especially at this age. I always thought I would have to go into the workforce, get a career, get a lot of experience before I could have that under my belt to be able to open my own place and own my own place. And so I wish I could tell myself, like, you need to believe in yourself. You need to just be a little delusional and know that you have what it takes. And I think I'm very fortunate for the pandemic. While it was a very tough time for lots of people, it actually made my brother and I closer together, and we built this business out of that. And I think without the pandemic, Bak'd would never be here, and I would be definitely a marketing girly in a corporate job, a 9 to 5 for sure. But I don't know if you have any.
I think I would have told my younger self to honestly just start asking for help so much sooner. I think a lot of the time when we first started, because we were so new to this and lacked kind of any kind of experience, we were kind of second guessing ourselves at every step, not really sure what direction to take, if it was the right direction even at that. So I think reaching out to somebody who's doing something similar, or somebody who just has any kind of experience in the space that you're doing, especially if you're targeting something more on the Asian side, and trying to like showcase your Asian heritage too, like asking what is the best way to do that, how can I do that, and also be authentically me. So I just wish we had done that a lot sooner, but I'm also happy with where we are, and like no regrets with how we've taken it.
I laugh because Andy's like, I wish I could tell my younger self. I'm like, hey, you started this business at 17 years old. I don't know how much younger you can get at this point and give yourself advice to starting your own business. I think 17 is as young as it gets, but no, that's a really
17?
Yeah, so Andy was 17 during the pandemic. I was 22. Yeah, so when
Whoa!
I tell my younger self, I'm like, at 12 years old, what are you going to tell you? Work harder, do better, ask for more help. That's crazy. But you know what? That's fair.
Wow, I didn't realize how young you both are. I mean, sorry. Oh my God, that's amazing. Holy, whoa, 17 to damn. Good job. Oh my God. And and the business is doing well. I love how when me and Natalie came in, we were just setting up outside, and it was bumping. It was busy. People were coming through it, and Jess was just saying, like, of course, when you guys come, that's when like everyone comes.
Yeah, the Uber was going off. Every time the Uber dinged, you could hear me go, ah! And I'm like frantically trying to make eye contact and be like, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna get to you, I'm gonna come over there. But I want to help my team get through all the orders because it's getting a little overwhelming. Yeah.
But you guys are killing it. Like I just love that. That's so awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you have any? Oh, I know that you you have your storefront here, but you also do a lot of markets too, right?
Yeah, a lot of markets. So
Too much.
yeah, my team says too much to me.
Is it too much though? Because like I think that's really good for your oh my god, what's the word?
Exposure?
Exposure. And
Yeah.
it's like because when we mentioned that we were going to interview you, people were like, oh yeah, I've seen them at the market or like this market.
Yeah. So we kind of do anywhere between like, I'd say 4 to like 11. Okay, 4 to 15 markets a week. I know it's a little crazy, and it's mostly me driving that, but yeah, we try. Well, what it is that that's where we started. That's where a lot of our original customers come, and not everyone can make it to New West to get the cookies. And I would hate to not serve the customers that helped us get to where we are. So I'm like, no team, we have to consistently be at these markets because that's where our original customers. Those are the people who got us all the way here. So we always show up to those, and we like to just be as accessible as possible because not everyone can make it everywhere. So yeah, we try to pop up wherever we can, and it does help with marketing and exposure and awareness and all of that. So yeah.
I also think it's great for just like getting to know our customers as well, because there's not very many places you can kind of get that face-to-face interaction, and they really tell you kind of like what's working about your business, what's not working, flavors they want to see even. So it's just great to meet such great people, and I think the people that do go to the farmers markets are also like the nicest people to have ever walked this earth. Like I think we are so fortunate to have like one of the best pools of customers ever. Just this past weekend, like for example, for our 1-year birthday for our store, a customer had baked us like a cake and brought it to us, which is so incredible because that's something that I feel like I couldn't even do. So I was like, that's crazy that one, that you would just spend so much of your time baking, and two, that like you wanted to give it to us of all people. So I think we're just very, very fortunate and grateful for the customers that we have.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah. And like you said about the markets too, people do go to farmers markets and just markets in general, specifically for certain brands. And yeah, I'm pretty sure some people go to the markets for your cookies specifically. Sure, for the whole market, but like I think they're like, oh, Baked's gonna be there, we have to go. So
Yeah, I actually had that experience on Saturday. So my phone number, like my personal cell phone, used to be like Bake's phone number on Google, and I've removed it now that we have a store and we have like that. But I don't know where, but my phone is listed somewhere because people still call it. And I even had that on Saturday. This woman's like, I'm running to like, where were we on Riley Park? I was here helping with our birthday, but she's like, I'm on my way to this market. Like, can you please confirm you still have these flavors? Like, I'm rushing there right now as fast as I can. Like, please make sure you have these flavors because I'm driving all the way from this place. And I'm like, oh my God, yeah, let me call my market girl. Let me try to get this, get you your cookies that you really need. And you're so passionate about that. You're calling me to make sure. Yeah, for sure. And so like, I'm so grateful that people go so far or out of their way or like are so passionate about getting the right flavors that they wanted. It's crazy to me. Like, I cannot believe it. Even on our first birthday, if you saw me crying, you definitely didn't, but I was crying lots because I'm so grateful. Like, I cannot believe, like, one family came and when she was pregnant when she started, and we were a pregnancy craving for her, but now she's 4 years old and she's like so articulate, and she like, I got to see this little girl grow up with her mom and her family and everything. It's a really cool experience.
And then she like grew up on your cookies.
Yeah, she did. Like straight out of the womb was eating my cookies. Yeah, and she still loves them. In the womb. Yeah, she loves the cookies. She loves the birthday cake. She knows, and she knows me by name too and everything. I like feel a part of their family. Yeah.
That's so amazing. Do you have any like special events going on right now or any promotions?
Ooh, we have a lot happening actually all at once. We have our Dank Mart collab right now where I think you got some. Yes.
The Dubai chocolate, right?
Yes, yeah. The Dubai chocolate. And we have the Kinder Bueno that we collab with Dank. We also are partnering with Nude nude vodka, nude beverages. Right now, it's actually right here. And so for every lemon raspberry we sell, Nude is donating $1 to SPCA. Yeah. And we actually celebrated our birthday with them because they came out, they popped up, and then they were handing out because they're doing this whole thing with donations to SPCA. And so they asked us to make custom dog treats, and they paid for it, and we just handed it out to all the neighbors and residents here. Yeah, so they got little dog cookies, and we called them Barked, and it was super cute, and dogs really like it. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I got to my whole day was like saying hi to customers and also petting dogs and feeding them. So I was like, this is my job is the best.
Well, that's amazing, and it's like you're giving back too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and that's what we always try to do. Our cheesy thing is that we're baking the world a better place one cookie at a time.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
So we always are looking ways to donate back, and I think the next big one we're gonna do is on August 2nd. We're gonna be working with a nonprofit organization that helps LGBTQIA plus that community, as well as sexual assault survivors. And so we're going to be doing a bigger campaign about that soon. But yeah, we love just supporting any organization that has the same values and missions as us.
Yeah.
I love that. I don't know what to say. Like it's just, I'm so impressed, and like everything you're doing is super amazing. And yes. Where can our viewers find you, like on social media, online, and your store location? Oh, and also the markets too.
Yeah, well, we're pretty much everywhere. If you go on our website, you'll be able to pull down all our pop-ups and farmers markets, because we just have so many that I would hold you hostage all night listing it out. But our flagship store is at 285 Nelson's Court, New West, right in the Brewery District, next to Sapperton SkyTrain Station and the Royal Columbian Hospital. And online, I think our most active social is Instagram. We're going to be working on our TikTok this year, so you'll be seeing more content on that. But I think for more of like the business side and fun content, our Instagram is probably best. And we're just at Bak'd Cookies, no E on there, so BAKD Cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story and all the info. And oh my God, you guys, you have to come here. The cookies are so good. I'm a cookie monster, and how do you not get fat?
When you lift so many cookies and they're so big and heavy, you lose and gain at the same time. So it's net zero.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for having us.